Dr. Jason Reed, chiropractor, right down the road here, right on set, right there, basically across from Sports Fit.
Yes.
Or before you get to Sports Fit on the right.
That's right, right past Reliance Bank on the right.
And you've been here, what, 4 or 5 years now?
6, Jamie.
6. It's gone by so fast.
6 years, yep.
6 years. I always see it. They say, when are you going to start doing TV with me? So finally you got up here. A lot of people know you've been on Channel 31.
True, they do.
You did that for several years.
I did that for several years, did med call and back talk on Channel 31.
You're actually good at that.
Well, thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, and I hear you're a pretty doggone good chiropractor.
I do my best.
You know, he was just telling me a story earlier about, because he's only had one headache in his whole life. And at age 17, he got hurt playing football.
Mm-hmm.
His uncle was a chiropractor, took care of you.
Correct. That's when I knew. Well, I grew up in my uncle's clinic, so then I knew that I wanted to be a chiropractor when I didn't know it at one time until I got hurt playing football. Mm-hmm. And then when I couldn't get off the couch and I couldn't do anything that I wanted to do, so my uncle came and adjusted me. It was after a Friday night football game. I was able to get up, move, did about 2 or 3, 4 more adjustments in therapy. Then I was back practicing the next week.
So why is it a chiropractor can help someone? Because a lot of folks have headaches, and a lot of people can't get rid of
migraines,
and they're in pain. How can a chiropractor help someone with headache? That's something you wouldn't think of.
Well, you may not. I mean, it's not like there's a shortage of aspirin in this world.
Right.
So it's one of those things that if you actually can restore biomechanics, and I can't help every single patient with headaches. It's one of those things, if I can improve quality of life or lifestyle when they're coming in and having 5 headaches a week, they can get to having 1 or 2. A lot of it is dietary and lifestyle. So if someone doesn't exercise, doesn't eat right, drinks too much caffeine, too many sodas, eats too much junk food, that plays a factor. Some patients have been taken off chocolate and dairy and their headaches are alleviated. So it's one of those things that if I don't correct it, we can always do dietary analysis.
Now, when someone comes to your office, do they have to go fill out the forms and everything about their health history, I'm assuming?
Oh, yeah. We do it. You do a consultation, Jamie, where you actually come in, sit down, figure out what's wrong with you. Do a family history, and then we see, okay, what do you got? How do you feel? Then we do an exam and consultation. If we've done the consultation with the exam, we take x-rays if necessary, and then after that, I kind of figure out, after studying your x-rays, what's misaligned, and then we figure out a plan of action to correct it.
Because everyone's different.
Yeah, everybody's different. And so if someone's had a headache for 20 years, they come in to see me, oh, doc, you can fix me. Well, that's not necessarily the case.
I'll just use it because I'm pretty much like y'all. I'm pretty much the common man. The only time I go to a chiropractor is when I absolutely have to.
Yep.
Why is that? When I know I need to go and get adjusted, what, every 3 months or once a month or what?
It's just like Gloria said, everybody's different. So if you came in, it's one of those things. I do muscle tests, so we do pre and post. So if you come in, I can analyze your upper extremity and your lower. So if I do muscle tests and the muscle's weak, then the nerve that innervates that muscle is cut off that comes out of your spine. So then if I correct it, retest the muscle went strong, then we made a good correction. It's all about biomechanics. So if someone comes in, doc, I'm dying, I'm hurting. That's great that you're feeling that way and you've waited so long to come in and see me, but it's much easier to work on someone that's not in pain.
Well, my problem is I can bend down literally to pick up this piece of paper and get a twitch in my back, and I'm ruined for 3 days.
Well, then you could save 2 of that if you came in to see me.
Well, that's what I'm at, but I don't go. I'm not going to go see Jason today. I'm feeling good.
That's a good thing. It's one of those things. You get your oil changed in your truck, right?
Yeah.
You get
just because you know it needs it.
Right.
All right? So it's no different than getting your spine checked. I can feel things on someone's back that they don't know it's there. And I touch it. Don't push so hard. Well, it's not that I'm pushing hard. It's just that I'm specialized and trained to figure out and find out where there's a problem.
Do you recommend, Jason, that people come in that I need to start coming on a regular basis?
Well, you have to understand, the way that I grew up was in a chiropractic family, so I was treated with chiropractic for health care. Right. That was one of my primary means. I didn't take medication. I wasn't vaccinated, so I'm not against vaccinations. It's just that I wasn't vaccinated. So I did things that are different.
Why did you say you weren't vaccinated? You didn't take a measles shot? Or
not until I went to college.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, there's studies about autism too early on with taking certain things. So I'm not opposed to it. Everybody makes their own choice.
It's basically the public and people like me, are we kind of, I'm not calling us dumb.
But we are.
Dumb and dumber. But are we just kind of not up to snuff when it comes to what chiropractors actually do?
I think so. I do. Because of the aspect of all that I really want to do is figure out what's wrong in the body and then correct it. And I could talk about Auburn, but I know you love Alabama, so I won't talk about that.
That's okay, you can.
But there was a football player that played football for Auburn. I love football. I don't care. I love Alabama football, I love Auburn football. I just love football, period.
I can't say that.
I know you can't, and that's okay. That's all right. I don't like LSU. I can tell you that right now. Okay?
My back's feeling good now.
See, there you go. Okay. But I knew that he was from that Louisiana, so I was just making a joke. I like LSU. I didn't mean that.
It's okay. Go on with your story.
Okay, so what I was going to say is that he actually was, I'm not going to tell you his name, but he actually played football for Auburn. It was Auburn-Alabama game, and he attributed his being able to start and play every football game for Auburn because his uncle, who's a chiropractor in Opelika, would treat him after practice, after games, and he never missed a football game. So it's one of those things when he had injury, he took different means to correct the problem versus just
injections.
other things.
In the old
medicine.
days, and I've done several
Yeah.
stories on barbers cutting hair, and they would say, I'm going to perform some chiropractic on you.
Oh,
and they would adjust the neck.
They didn't
of the
adjust it. That's called gross manipulation.
But that's what they would call it.
Yeah.
And I've got several country rover stories now that say, I'm going to give you a little chiropractic.
Well, that's
And they're,
Well, that's the thing.
dangerous.
It is dangerous.
dangerous.
It is. Well, you figure I did my bachelor's at Troy. That was 4 years with a degree in biology, the minor in chemistry. Then I went and did my doctorate in Georgia, which is 4.5 years. So that's 8.5 years of me specializing in what I do. It wasn't like a weekend
Well,
seminar.
I thought most people think chiropractors
Aren't real doctors.
2.5 men. You only go to get it online or something.
Well, see, they kind of mock that in that show, which is, it's good humor, whatever. I could care less. But ignorance is bliss in most cases.
So you got
What you
8
don't-
years of education to be and you're
After
in your
my
situation.
graduating, which I went to a private school down in, I'm from South Alabama, so
Yeah.
yeah. Correct.
So on that, you're a smart chiropractor.
Well, I don't boast about it, but I'm.
I would never talk about myself on this show.
No.
I'll talk about you.
Okay, that's fair.
What are your hours, Jason?
We work every day from 7 to 12, 2 to 6 on, not every day, 7 to 12, 2 to 6 on Monday and Wednesday. Tuesday I work from 1 to 5. Thursday we do 7 to 12, 2 to 5, and Friday 7 to 12.
Call 206
Why is it a chiropractor
9722.
wouldn't just go to work and work from 6 to 6 every day?
Because they have other things they
I
have
wanna
to do
play
in
golf,
between.
too.
And
Yeah, I understand. I'm headed to the beach as soon as this show's over. So anyway.
We
Jason,
understand.
Thanks for doing business with
Yeah.
Dr. Jason Reed, chiropractor, right down the road here on Highway 72. Go by and visit, make an appointment today. You give
If
yourself
you've never
walk-ins.
tried it, try it.
You can do walk-ins. I'll see anybody that wants to see me, but you may have to wait because we do everything by appointment.
All right, well, I know you got a great reputation. Thank you again for coming up and doing a great job. We'll take a break. We'll finish up in the Lewis and Son kitchen in just a moment with Jeffrey Scott lip-smacking, jaw-jacking, cooking up some bacon-wrapped pork chops.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
take a break and be right back. Y'all hang on.